Good evening, truck and tractor pull fans and fans of motorsports and fans of warm weather coming tomorrow.
Yeah, for one day.
Yeah, good day to have a truck and tractor pull. But oh well. Anyway, what's going on, Kendra?
Not much. Working, and more working.
You do taxes
But
for a living. How are you busy?
I don't know. Like what's coming up in a month? I don't know. Or 2 months.
Oh,
No, actually doing really good. Was able to watch. I think I'm up to 2 full sessions of Louisville that I was able to watch so far. I still have a couple more
must be nice.
classes I want to watch.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a really fun Saturday afternoon project. Sit down and finish watching all the Louisville classes. But
No, I bet if
what
you
I
had,
did watch was a really good show. So
I bet if there was a pickle in the damn show, you'd have had it watched all the way through Saturday already.
absolutely, but there wasn't, so I didn't have to make it a priority.
Right on. Anyway, we got a show. We got Matt Hauck and DJ Boop's going to be on with us, and I'm looking at the background. Looks like they got a third person with them there.
I think
But,
there's 2.5 people joining us.
2.5. That's okay. But we're going to get ready to bring them on here in a minute. But before I bring them on, I put together a promotional video today for there's like this little tiny indoor truck and tractor pull coming up here a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
Yeah,
not even a month.
It's 3.5 weeks. Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and play that real quick, and then we're gonna get the guys on here, and they're gonna talk about their new Facebook page and whatever else they desire to talk about. So I heard they built 100 new tractors and all that good stuff. So.
Just get that rumor mill started right now.
So I don't know if they're listening to us or watching or whatever, but we're gonna go ahead and play this video real quick, and hope y'all like it. Hope it plays. So anyway, yeah, I don't know how it played on your end. Mine was all skippy. Maybe it's because I got 100 things running on the computer right now.
It got skippy there at the end, but
yeah,
through all the actual pulling videos, it was good.
Cool.
So
two things that caught my attention with the whole deal, and I didn't really realize it until it was all done and rendered and ready to go. And I watched it. It's comical. You watch Austin Stoner. He knew he was going to plant the sandpile. You could see him kind of ease back.
Yeah.
And then the look on Jason's face whenever
Jack Boone
literally went up the pile, and he had that "holy crap, dude! I want to do that with my tractor" look on his face. It's hilarious. But
if Jason was on the show, he'd say, "Now you just wait. Papa's going to do that one day."
I hope he does. I hope many do. So anyway, all right, we've goofed enough here. We're gonna and like, subscribe, share. It goes a long way on YouTube. And if anybody's a YouTube creator right now in this truck and tractor pulling niche knows, it is a real pain in the butt to keep these channels going right now. So we appreciate every thumbs up, every comment, et cetera, et cetera. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on Matt Hauck and DJ Boop. Howdy, guys.
You lost your sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might talk about stuff we don't want to talk about.
Aha.
She'll give away all your secrets.
Yeah. He has them all stored away.
So anyway, we started a new kind of like we'll call it a hobby page, if you will. But on Facebook, tell us a little bit about that, the name, and what the intentions are for it.
We started the new Facebook page called Out Past 300. We just kind of did it because, especially in Central PA, there's a lot of tractors, a lot of pullers. There's a lot of pulling that happens in Central PA. So we just wanted to kind of start a page to just kind of showcase what all is happening, and even the guys like this past week, like Chris Hoyt, he was out there at Louisville and stuff. So, and even like we had a post on about how triple bypass Joey Ross's tractor that got painted here in New Berlin. So I mean, there is a lot that happens in Central PA that revolves around the tractor pulling world, and we just thought we started a page that kind of highlights that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So now going forward into pulling season, do you intend to like promote pulls through that, or is it going to just kind of be like focused on the behind the scenes stuff, or don't you really know yet where you're going with that?
A little bit of everything. Yeah. See how busy we get throughout the year. We remember to post on it. But no, we kind of want to hit that kind of.
Before you know it, you'll have $5,000 plus tied up in video equipment, still photography equipment. What's that? Trust me. No.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
I think a little bit of like all the above. Anything that has to do with pulling. I mean, we're not too picky.
Yeah.
I mean,
right. Great.
And we have enough pull. Like we kind of want to like just kind of see what all the other pages that like here in Pennsylvania do, like JR, like how you post your videos and stuff. We want to share those videos of like, say like from Center Hall, Snohomish County, West End. Yeah, we'll share those on our page, and
cool.
we'll try to keep up on results also, like kind of like how Trackside Live does, kind of try to keep up with the results of local pools also. Because I mean, if you like look at like under your videos, JR, like even under pictures and stuff, like people are always asking like results of the events and whatnot. Yep. So, and Dennis Hagenstaller, he does a good job with posting the results there on his website and stuff. So just kind of make it easier for people to kind of see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he is on it. I mean, as soon as the class is done, a couple of minutes they're posted. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's pretty dedicated to that, which is good. That's good to have. Absolutely.
Yeah, but he's semi-retired or something now. Didn't I see that on Facebook? He's out traveling the world. So I don't know if he's...
I think he's full-time retired from his job, but as far as I know, he's going to keep announcing, so...
Good.
That's cool.
Yeah, we actually just had this conversation at Franklin County. I guess that was 2 weeks ago. We always have our meetings the second Monday of the month. And that was something we discussed was, we need more pages like that. I'm very fortunate that we have a Pulling Peeps group chat that we share, results back and forth of where we're at. But, there's definitely a lack out there. Jess with Trackside Live does a good job, but she can only be so many places to display results. And gone are the days of people going out to actual websites to try to track results. If you don't have them that night, people, they forget about it. They're on to the next thing.
I used to do them live right at the camera on my phone. As soon as a person would run, I'd type in their distance. I'll tell you what, that's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. I commend you guys for doing this because it's a lot.
Yeah, to do them live like that, and then you got somebody talking here, you're trying to type. And, yeah,
as long as my wife keeps accurate track of the results, we can keep up on it.
That was my next comment. I was going to say, it sounds like the wives are going to be busy.
that they are. Yep, between keeping the results and the T-shirt trailer.
Well, they need to video more than Old Red and Black Stripe Addiction. We got lots of people.
There you go. Well, you guys are welcome to any of the events I'm at up y'all's way, and I plan them. I've got them wrote down here. So schedule looks at this point pretty inviting. So I should be at most of them up that way. So absolutely, you guys are welcome to put them on there.
Well, we hope you do make it. We definitely appreciate when you come, and I know just looking at the pulling aspect, we definitely appreciate the videos that you do, and
Thank you.
You just don't watch them one time; you watch them over and over to critique each run. So
Learn I'm going to show my age a little bit, but before the days of YouTube and so to speak, I had local pullers here, especially a four-wheel drive truck class, modified four-wheel drives. I had several customers that video better be in the mail Tuesday morning to their residents. And when it arrived, they just studied hours, obviously after work. And two of them won multiple championships. And they I'm not bragging on them. They said, your videos changed my whole pulling program. And they were champions. So that made me feel pretty good. But yeah, it's the advent of YouTube and
I
stuff.
saw a really good example of that this past weekend out. We went to Louisville and we were hanging around with the Hoyts there, and how many times they study and watch the videos.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, videos will tell you a lot, if you know what to look for sure. I wish they had better luck though, darn it.
Yeah. They figured out the Louisville track. A little too big a gear they tried, but hey, you'll have this for the first time.
Absolutely.
That's what I told him. I was like, well, got to go back next year now.
The way Chris was talking all weekend long, he's hooked. By the sounds of it, it's not just going to be one tractor.
Awesome.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, and back to the video thing. I think it's funny because that's part of my duties is to make sure to take videos. And it's funny how you post a video and 90% of the people look at a video and are like, wow, that was a great pass. But the driver and crew members are looking and be like, wow, we missed the setup on that one. And it's like, come on, guys, give yourselves some credit. But
yep, for sure. Yep.
I
know with Vern, anytime something went wrong, he's like, was there a video here? I'm like, That
is a true story because I've had Vern call me and ask me if I was at such and such a pool. Yeah. That's a true story. Yep.
Yeah, I don't always get to videotape Vern's because, he likes to keep me busy. So I was like, I can't be at the starting line and the finish line for all 3 or 4 tractors. Like you get one or the other.
So we'll go ahead and delve into pulling tractors, guys. What's on the agendas for 2023 for you guys? Pulling tractor wise.
Try your damnedest to be ready for Keystone.
There's a lot of pieces right now. I'm trying to get them all back together. And how many weeks do we have now?
I think we're down to like 3.
Like 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
3.5 if you're pulling Saturday morning.
Here they are sitting here on a stinking YouTube live program. They could be out in the shop working on the tractor, see?
Yeah,
well,
last night
if
I
they
walked
promote
in,
the page. Yeah.
Last night I walked in the house at 12:30, so we made progress last night, but there's still a lot to do.
I told DJ he should go live on the page working on his tractor.
That would be cool. That
really
actually, well, you'd have to put the language filter on every now and then.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Trust me, I know all about it.
You will learn a lot, though. That's for sure.
A lot of words.
Learn a lot of new words.
I was going to say a whole new vocabulary of a dictionary. But.
Yep.
Well, there is something to be said about that because look at Debbie and Russell Hildebrand. How much interaction and stuff they get on their page.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Russell's a hoot anyway, but they show everything. You see their engine sitting there on the stand, their pumps, the turbos, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great way to get fans involved is to show them that like you're real people too.
I love that stuff. They don't get to see it. I mean, some of them and some of the main questions I get are pits. Mm-hmm. How do I get into Keystone pits? I said they're free to the pool, to the fan, up to 1 hour before showtime, other than Saturday morning. I said, but yeah, you can go right in there. And please visit Vendor Alley, all the vendors and stuff, and by all means, please go into the puller area and talk with the pullers. Get a picture, with them or whatever at their tractor or whatever, get an autograph. You know, that's what it's about. So they're like, "Oh my God, it's free." I said, "Yeah, it's free."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know any puller that don't like talking about their pulling tractor.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean, and that's another good point. That's not just for the fan; it's for you guys. You know, I mean, it's like you say, who in the heck don't want to stand there and talk about their pulling tractor? You know, you got to reel them in.
And it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know if it's like it's kind of different from the like the dirt tracking aspect of it. Like the pits are kind of closed and everything from that. So like, I don't think people are just used to knowing that how open everything is at tractor pools.
Yeah.
But when they learn that how accessible the pullers are and the vehicles are, people love that. Like we helping out with Kids Days the past couple of years at Snyder County. That was a very, very big event that everybody enjoyed, being able to sit on the tractors and whatnot, doing that kind of stuff. And like when we started the t-shirt trailer, there was multiple people that came up to my mom and my wife that's like, we didn't even know that pullers had t-shirts. And like this is amazing that you can buy that kind of stuff.
Speaking of the t-shirt trailer, did I hear a little birdie say that they should go walk down Vendor Road to get some t-shirts?
I guess Birdie knows what's going on. Yep, we're gonna have the t-shirt trailer at Keystone Nationals this year.
Yep.
Now, how does that work? Can any puller come to you guys, or this might be putting you on the spot. So just tell me if it's so. So how is that going to work?
Maybe I should have Haley one here to answer these questions, but no, any puller is welcome to bring their shirts. Any puller, they're welcome to have their shirts there, and we'll be willing to sell them for them. And my mom, my wife, they have an idea how they do it, so I set up.
Good deal. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure pullers and fans both will appreciate that.
Yeah, a lot of people want t-shirts. The actual Keystone shirts sell out. Sometimes a lot of the sizes are sold out before the finals even start.
Yeah.
And that, I know there's been some angry fans, so now there's an alternative. That's good.
It's better to sell out than have
And
100 left over from the next year.
Yeah. Like we're still trying to sell 2020 t-shirts.
Those ought to be special edition.
Don't ask Lisa about that. It's still a sore subject.
2020 was a sore subject with a lot of people, believe me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think they sold a lot last year, but
good night there. And the Boop family is growing.
Yeah, we are. Yep. And in June we're going to have a baby boy, so the team's getting a little bit bigger.
You're gonna need more tractors.
We got enough already.
I see a customized black stripe pedal tractor in your future.
Oh, that would probably happen. Yep.
For those that don't know, DJ and his dad have a black stripe addiction, literally and figuratively.
The name is true. The name is true to the team. That's for sure.
Yep.
So, because you guys have the hot stock, then your enhanced farm, right? Is the making bacon?
Enhanced farm. That's black stripe. Dad's hot stock, and my tractor is going to be a mod turbo this year, and that's a black stripe. And I also have a farm all end that I just pull out the fair, and I can paint it as a black stripe too. So I've got a couple of them.
And the semi.
Yep, don't forget the semi.
Yeah.
They froze up on us.
So I think they're
we might lose them.
Soon's also.
There we go.
Say that again. The internet was frozen there. We couldn't hear you.
the semi would probably make an appearance at Keystones also.
Oh, good deal.
That's good. Matt-
So back to this T-shirt trailer because I just really like that idea. Are you guys going to be at all the Snyder County events or just like the local ones there to you guys so people know what to expect?
It would definitely be at all the Selinsgrove ones. Definitely the summer pool at West End and I don't know if we'll be at all week of the fair or most of the week at Union County West End Fair. The other ones I'm not
on that
sure.
New edition.
yeah. But kids do June 17th, and the summer pool is June 24th. So that's going to be a busy week.
No pressure, Haley.
It cracks me up. He used the word kid, sounded just like his dad. Say it. Yeah, the kid. Go see the kid. I was walking around with my GoPro every once in a while. I'd take a few minutes, some time to walk around the pre-event stuff. At Sillins Grove especially. And you just pulled in there with your semi and had all the tractors all loaded. He comes, he see me walk over towards you all and was filming a couple of your tractors. And he called me over to his. And I'm looking around and hear him talking. So I walked around the other tractor, the other side of his tractor, and that's where he was at. He goes, go down and look at the kid's semi. He said, look at the kids. And it just, when you said that, he sounded just like your dad.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know.
I think you spend too much time with him. You should probably
Yeah. We spent a whole week together at Louisville, and the past couple of days we were in the pig barn with each other for most of the day. So, yep.
that might be interesting to film.
That definitely will need the filter on that.
So how about Matt Hauck? What's going on with the Matt Hauck family?
Not a whole lot. We already got 2 running around. That's enough to keep us crazy.
We've had Matt on before. Probably, I guess it's pushing what, 1.5 years, 2 years now. It's been since.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
But no, between that, me and the girls were in the shop all day today working. Kennedy tries to help, but most of the time she does.
So she's just about that age where she thinks she's helping.
Yeah. The other day she took all my tools and put them in an oil bucket. She thought she was helping them.
Oh my. Hey, they won't rust.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's awesome.
But no, it's busy.
Old Red
trying to get ready
for
for pizza. Yeah, I actually had Vern was up last night trying to help me, and we ran into some issues and kind of went backwards instead of forwards. So we're finding a waiting game. It's amazing how that works. You try and get horsepower, and you end up having to change 5 things to improve one thing.
Yep.
Yep.
So
that's pulling. Hey,
everything.
I tell you what, I was just telling JR before the show. Anybody who hasn't seen the Super Stock class Friday night at Louisville, Triple Bypass is one of my favorite tractors out there. That man found his weak point real quick. I told JR, I was like, what do you go, like 60-some feet, and the whole bottom just came right out of the oil pan. It was wild to see.
That was actually pretty impressive. Our seats that night were straight on, like right in the middle, or like head on behind the sand pile. And when he left the line, that stream of oil that shot off to the side was very impressive. I never saw that happen before.
I saw like a slow motion picture still shot. And I told JR, I was like, it literally looked like a wave of oil that just was like coming out the bottom. I'm like, it was crazy. But
yeah, that wasn't very good for the new paint job.
Yeah. Yeah, that new paint job went to.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Chris Smith.
Chris
back
Smith
in the
saying
night.
hi to DJ.
Oh, Chris. Yeah, we always see him at the fair. He always shows
West
up at
End.
West
Yeah,
End.
yeah. And I had this up earlier. 21 days till Keystone. Nobody asked me if I'm ready because it is no.
Yeah, don't put in days like that. That's not very many.
Especially when the days are that little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be drawing pulling lineups here soon, so I'm taking $100 donations to keep you out of the number one spot. So I'm just kidding, folks. Don't take it serious.
Sometimes
Please.
you want to be number one down there.
Yes.
He accepts Venmo and PayPal.
Hush. Oh my Lord! I can see the first person that hates to be number one now, and it gets drawn number one. They're going to come see me.
When does the hot stock guys pull at Keystone?
Thursday night. Are all the drivers updated for the classes?
I don't know the answer to
I
that.
couldn't tell you the answer to that.
Okay.
Destiny, I'm supposed to be getting a complete lineup registration order, and then I break classes down and do draw numbers and stuff. But she too, like Kendra, is a very busy tax person right now. So
I just wondered, most pullers. I know I check it about every day.
yeah. We get emails, but
I'm sure.
I know entries are closed now. I think they closed the 15th. Kendra, am I correct with that? I should know this.
Yeah, the 15th.
Okay, but as long as they're postmarked by the 15th. I mean, if it comes in as postmarked by the 15th, what do? You got to take it. So, but I know we're over
here. They like to wait until the last minute.
I've seen that for many a year. Yes, yeah, but I know we're over 260 entries, so it's going to be a big show this year. Yeah, it's awesome. A lot of interest. That's good. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And it looked like a lot of new names this year, also.
Yeah, that hot farm class is huge.
Oh.
Boy, they just come out of the woodworks this year, and I'm glad to see it. That's obviously going to be a two-night qualifier with the finals. Yeah, I imagine they're approaching 30. I haven't looked at the list, but
Are they going to split that class up or run them all?
yeah, they'll run. No, it'll be split.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be Thursday and Saturday morning.
Probably. We're not going to run 30 vehicles at one time. So, we'll definitely split that up. Diesel truck numbers have grown a little bit this year. Modified four-wheel drive trucks, they were closed at 24, I believe it was, and it was opened back up, and they just about filled their class at 30. Not quite. I think they're close to it. Anyway, so. Yeah, a lot of interest this year. It's good. I mean, you figure you're 2 full years beyond the 2020.
The C word.
It's time to we don't use the full word here. It's be careful utilizing that language, young lady. But anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of pullers on the East Coast. I think sometimes, I know, like you watch some Beer Money when they have their live streams. Mm-hmm. I don't think the East Coast gets quite the respect of the Midwest, but that's all they see. So
until we go to the Midwest Internationals.
Yeah, I mean that's another reason why I wanted to start the page. It's like we have truck guys that go down to Georgia and do really well, and we have tractor guys go out to Indiana and do really well. And
we had a truck guy that actually won out at the Midwest Internationals this year. Mm-hmm. So just kind of that kind of stuff that we feel like ought to be promoted.
Yeah.
So does that mean you guys are going to go down to Georgia this year?
I don't know about going to Georgia.
It's a really good time.
Well, actually, we were talking with Jeremy DeLuca last year, and he was interested. He was interested in going down last year, and he talked to whoever was in charge, and their hot farm rules and our hot farm rules didn't quite meet up. So, maybe some year they'll let us come down.
Well, if you get enough vehicles together, they probably would.
Okay.
Especially with you guys being a tractor class, because they lost out on the. Hi. She's back.
Yeah.
I would venture to guess if you guys got enough vehicles together, they probably would let you run. So.
I'll tell you, I'll vouch for that East versus the Midwest because I started going to Gordyville from the very first year up until I think 2015 might have been my last year. I can't remember, but I'm gonna tell you what. They started in like '05, all through the late zeros, if you will, to 2010 and up. I'm gonna tell you what. Those 8-pump tractors went out there and kicked some serious tail. And my turbos, we started getting pro farms out there, and et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, they knew who the East was, believe me, because
Yeah,
they
I
were
think it's
getting a lot of titles out of there.
I know, like in 2021, I went out with DJ and Ray and
Johnny.
Nick and Johnny. We all went out and we kind of got our eyes opened up. Like, we're kind of a couple hundred horse behind here, but I think at least in the hot stock class, I mean, in the past 2 or 3 years, there's been some serious gains in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And now to watch he go out and watch Ray go out, I mean, they're right there. I mean,
yeah, this past year, well, 2 years ago, I was one spot out making it to the finals. This past year, I was one spot from making it to the finals. I think Ray was one spot from making it from the finals too. But Ray Norris, he pulled 2 tractors out after me and got me by less than a foot, and he made it into the finals this year. So at least we had one guy from the East Coast that made it into the finals for the farm class. But no, it's fun talking to those guys out there, and I mean, of course, everybody's not going to spill their secrets, but just kind of talking about like the range of horsepower that the NTPA hot farms are making compared to ours. We're pretty close to those guys out there, even though they might be 466 or 510, and we're the 540s, but their P pumps to our A pumps.
They can have a little better charger.
Yep.
Versus we have the intercooler, so
yeah, it
makes it interesting.
It is, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a balance. And it works. Clint makes it work. It really. I'm telling you. The first couple of years I went out there, he said, "You watch a super farm class out here," because I was an East guy. We don't run super farms here, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But he said, I was like, "Super farms." He said, "Hell, Clint, my God, the hot farms, the pro farms. It's an endless line of horsepower. It's amazing." Yeah, I always blown away the first couple of years. You start getting used to it, and you're like, "I want more. I want more." I always look for that. And Cloverdale went or not Cloverdale, but yeah, I did go to Cloverdale, but. DuQuoin used to have a two tracks indoor there. I don't know if you ever got to go to DuQuoin. That was a pretty good pool. Took forever to get there, but it's pretty good. But yeah, there's some tough running iron out there, big time. Those guys are serious. Everybody is. Don't get me wrong, but he told me, he got me to go out there the first year. He said, "You're going to see tractors you never knew existed," and he wasn't lying. They just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and they all run strong. I was pretty impressed.
And I will say one thing about the Midwest Winter Nationals and what Clint does there. That is like the most professionally laid back pool that we go to. Like how Clint has everything in the row and how quick he can put all those tractors through in a night.
Yep.
But at the same time, you don't feel stressed at the pool either. It's always a fun time when we go out there. That's for sure.
Well, and they just have so much help. That's one thing I've noticed year after year out there. I'm like, where does he find all these people? Like they have an incredible amount of help out there too.
And they all do their job very well.
Yeah.
They've been doing it forever.
Not that Keystone doesn't have great help, but man, it would be great if we have like 10 more people. Through the whole show too, not just like, oh yay, the pool's getting ready to start, here I am. No, the whole show time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like the media guys who don't get to sit down and don't get to do it.
Or when it's 2:00 in the morning and you're still picking up from that night to get ready for the next day.
Yep.
It'd be great if we could have 10 more people then.
It's almost like going to Sillins Grove, when you live 10 zillion hours away. You pull to 2 a.m. Guys, I'm going to call everybody when I get home 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that might change this year. We dropped a class each pool, so.
Oh my goodness.
We have six pools scheduled each night, or 6 hooks.
Six
classes
each night.
Six classes, yeah.
Just as long as your class numbers don't double.
Well, yeah.
It's good to see. It's good to see that kind of support for your club. It really is.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, not that it's a bad thing, but that's just what will normally happen now. Is be like, oh, great.
Nah, it's all good. It makes it worth the trip for somebody that lives
Mhm.
far enough away. It's for sure. Now you guys need to come south more.
We would like to, that's for sure. I mean, how a couple years ago with the East Coast hot farms, how they were allowing the Snyder County hot stock tractors run with them. That was definitely a good thing. And I can tell you one thing, that group of hot farm pullers in the East Coast class, those are an amazing group of guys, and they always make you feel welcome when you come pull with them. That's for sure.
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud.
I can see Dave's head getting big. That's for sure.
I saw Dave on the live stream at Louisville.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
really?
I know that guy. Yeah, I think it was the Thursday or Friday show. I saw him.
Was he double pumping, double fisting?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't even eating ice cream. I was.
Yeah, Dave, Paul, the Morrisons, they're 10 minutes away from here where I live, so they're all pretty close. All went to school together. The Morrisons, they were a little younger, but Paul and Dave, they're like 2 years ahead of me in high school, and knew them all through high school and stuff. So, yeah.
No, I know at West End when we had their class, it got rained out, but I think there was like 15.
Yeah, 15 tractors scheduled for the class.
That would have been a really good class we would have got to run.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had about the same number at Center Hall then, which that turned out to be a really good class too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I was just looking. You guys are back at Shippensburg this year, so that'll get you brought south.
Yeah.
I think it's a Friday night.
Yeah, the
Friday
usual.
night.
What's the
I
date?
think so.
The 28th.
I think we have
There's
July.
12 months in a
Sorry.
year. Okay.
You don't know when the Shippensburg Fair is?
I was there one time.
we have 3 hooks
28th.
that week, so you'll have lots to choose from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jeezy Pete's.
Yeah, that's always the heart of
24th,
our schedule.
And the 28th.
That's when Old Red likes to break.
It's like it just knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you guys pushed back the Union County Fair.
Yep, Union County West End Fair. It's always the bylaws. It's the first full week in August, but we can kind of get away with the Sunday being the 31st. So how the dates fall this year, it's the 6th through the 12th this year. But,
Yeah, I was going to say East Coast is there on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the schedule is pretty much the same from before. Same classes.
Yeah, I thought we had it fixed on the interstate schedule, but I need to get that fixed.
Yeah,
Lisa's
the
in
interstate
Mexico
schedule is
right now.
That's like the schedule from like 3 or 4 years ago, what we ran at the fair.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because it was right at the meeting. So I don't know if when she went in to change things, I was like, Lisa. Like, I don't know what happened. But
We can blame Lucas on that one.
yeah, 100%. That's who we'll blame.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we'll get that straightened out. I texted all the guys to let them know because I know a lot of pullers are looking at scheduling vacations because tractor pulling comes first. So
DJ
at least that's what
did
I
that.
do. Yeah, you really should have calculated that out a little bit better.
And usually June's not too terribly busy with having with the pulling schedule, but that changed this year.
Yep, Larry drives 2.5 hours to every Ceilings Grove pull. Larry K.
Yeah, I know who Larry K is now. Yeah.
And there's people that come far and wide for the pulls at Ceilings
Yeah,
Grove.
well,
That's for sure.
that's about 2 hours from me. Well, Delta. Maybe if there's no traffic, I can get around Harrisburg. Okay, hour and 50 minutes. I can be home. So that time of the morning, I get through there pretty easy. It's not bad. I enjoy it. I really do. It's not every place I get to go to. There's a scaffold sitting there waiting for me to film off of. So pretty cool.
So back to the Out Past 300. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? Because we've kind of gotten sidetracked from
Sorry, it's a
The
pulling thing.
original.
I just, I don't know. There's so many pullers in Central PA. Like, there's a lot of pullers that don't get any social media call outs, I guess. Like, I know the other week we did a post on the Massey Ferguson that pulls the enhanced farm class. A lot of people don't realize that tractor has been around for 20 years. I mean, it used to pull against Old Red in the hot stock class, and it was a good runner. And then they sat for a couple years and came back as the enhanced class. I mean, they're a little outdated, but there's a lot of tractors in the area like that. I mean, there's a rumor that there's another old hot stock tractor coming out this year that probably hasn't pulled in 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
I mean, there's a lot of history right
Yeah.
here.
But yeah, that's the other thing that we kind of want to pinpoint. I mean, I'm not so much on top of it, but Matt would know for sure. Just the amount of history of tractor pulling in this area, like going with like the Haucks and even like where the Hoyts started out pulling, and Clingers were a big part, and Brian Shively. Like there's a lot of pulling history here in Central PA that we kind of want to pinpoint also.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting on that picture of Chris Hoyt to come make an appearance on that page.
Because the black tractor Jeff Faust pulls in hot stock tractor, that started out, I think he built that in the early 2000s, and that was a hot farm tractor for a number of years. And then I think it broke or something, and he just didn't have the time. And now he found lots of time, and he has two now.
Yeah,
so, I mean, there's been a lot of tractors around for a long time. Trying to think of some more that have been.
No, Lucas has been pulling for quite a while too, and yeah.
I mean, you get to the truck side. I know, like gas truck Mike Mitchell has been around a long time, but that's one thing we're probably a little lacking on is our truck knowledge. But if anyone wants to help us out on the page with truck pulling, we can. We're not biased.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have a taker or two on that.
Yeah,
I'm sure of that. I don't know who, but
I know like it'd be my cousin Jason Heimbach, the 3.0 truck. That used to be a super stock run with Full Pull Productions, and then changed it to a 3.0 truck. And they used to run. They used to have a truck that ran on. Was it USA East? Used to pull down at the Buck. They used to have I don't know what it would have been called back then, but the early 2000s. They ran in that class.
I don't think that was necessarily USA East. I think that was kind of like their own deal there, wasn't it?
yeah, it's probably early. Gosh, you're stretching my memory now. Early 2000s. Trying to think of when the Diesel Buck Power Fest started.
It was before that. It was.
Yeah.
I want to say it was with Rick Flake, but
They could. They could have been putting them in there. Yeah.
I know they've just been around a long time with. I mean, this is a new truck compared to the one they pulled, but they've been around a long time doing that. And some people may not realize that either. So,
I wonder if there's a truck used to be called Gone Squatching. I'd like to know whatever happened to that truck, Dodge.
well, I know the
I've
first.
seen it pull at Bloomsburg a few times. I think is where I've seen it, but
The
it was
first
gas, it was diesel, and then
one of the first hotter diesel trucks around here was Stolfus.
Oh yeah, was Mike Stolfus? Is that right?
But then Chad Stover buy that truck, I think.
Yeah.
And then it went to someone else. That was one of the first like hot diesels in the area.
yeah, Chad and I were at a pool this past year talking. He was at the end of the track where I was filming, and he said, "That's my old truck." I can't remember which one it is, but it was at a pool this past year. Yep.
Was that on?
I think it was sold twice.
Shane Flex truck.
I don't think.
I don't remember.
I think he sold it to a guy, and the guy ran it one time at West End and broke. Yeah, he broke bad.
Yep.
And then I'm pretty sure he sold it again. But yeah, my knowledge in the trucks isn't the greatest.
People get excited and spend that money for a pulling vehicle until it breaks, and then they realize,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the worst thing is when they don't know what they're buying. They're not mechanically sound, and they just get so excited before having anybody go over their engine. They go out there and blow it to smithereens.
Yeah.
And like that's even my tractor, Hauck. That was Kenny Schaefer's tractor. I bought off Kenny Schaefer, and that thing
No kidding.
sat for
Okay. I'll be
over
doggone.
10
I
years.
didn't know
So
Yeah,
so
that was an early mod turbo back in the
yep.
2010 earlier.
How about that? I didn't know that. I'll be done. Wow.
Yeah, Kenny Schaefer's from Snyder County. He only lives about 20 minutes from here, so.
Okay. I'll be done.
Well, that's one that, like me and Matt always talk about that kind of stuff all the time. So why not make a polling page about it? And
Yeah, that's awesome.
Everybody else
Put
can
some
learn that
history in
kind
there,
of
man. Get the typing, boys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sam Heibach just texted me and said that they used to pull with Rick in USA East
Yeah, okay.
with their first truck.
Okay.
So
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure that's who would have had them in down there. Would have been Rick Pike. So
Mm-hmm.
we weren't pulling them then. So I'll be done. Cool deal.
So yeah, if anyone out there has videos they want us to post on the page, don't be afraid to send them away, and we can.
And again, the page name is Out Past 300.
I said the other day it would be cool if we started like a full pool Friday, but the only problem is we don't have full pools anymore.
everybody runs around the finish.
True story.
I said we just post sled resets though.
Every now and again, you get full pull marks. We've had full pulls at Union County.
West End's about the only spot where you'll have them.
I think the last time the Mod Turbo class had the full pull mark is when Vern dropped a rod out of his engine on Z unit.
I know.
Well, I just did a video. I want to say 1996 buck. The Silver Bullet was still allowed to pull with the regular supers here. And Jody Ross ran 3 times in that pull. He was first hook,
Oh, wow.
blew it out the gate really easy, reset the sled. He came back, got the pull off, and then pulled off. He ran 3 times the old high-tech redneck, 1066, yeah.
Last pull off. Wow. Beaver Ferry had a full pool the one year. That was probably about 10 years ago now. But West End used to run one in when we still had the rotary pump on. I remember because we got to pull off with that, and the tractor that Sedal was pulling, the enhanced farm, used to be owned by Billings.
Yeah, Billings
from Kempton.
That's right. Randy
was
Devon
me.
hit it on the nail here. That's when tractors would
Yeah.
live.
100%.
It's funny you typed in here, Randy. I was just getting ready to, Brandon, mean to interrupt y'all. I was just getting ready to bring up Forester Nationals. I was at every one of them for all 10 years. And there's tractors that ran 5 and 6 times that afternoon. And I was just getting ready to say, Randy Devon, I remember the day that Randy Devon Super, I think, ran 3 times. Robbie Rossback ran it the first 2, and I ran it the 3rd time. And other than the Dan tell me, the last guy that drove it broke the pin in the steering. But anyway.
Well, me and Vern were talking last night, and we were talking about exhaust temps. And he's like, yeah, he said, when I first built Z Unit, he said, I could run 1,600 exhaust temps, and that tractor lived all day long. He said, now if I ran 1,600 with the turbos we're running nowadays, he said, I'd melt pistons left and right.
Yeah.
So
it's still not on, Randy, you smart aleck.
Yeah, it's crazy in just 10 years time how different everything is.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like we talked about a couple of times how, like, just in the Snyder County classes, where like the Interstate Pro Farms is pretty much what the Snyder County Enhanced class is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like just how the technology and tractor pulling has evolved so much in such a short amount of time, and all the horsepower getting to the track now. It's just crazy how things evolved.
I know in like 2012 we used to run with Interstate Pro Farm some, and we had the rotary pump on then, and we weren't top of the class, but we ran right with them. So yeah, you figure 10 years difference, and the Enhanced Farms running gears now that we weren't running then. So it is crazy to think about.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think, JR, what you posted a video from Boonesboro
Oh boy.
The mod turbo class. When was that? I mean, it had to be late 90s, early 2000s. It was probably a couple weeks ago. You posted a video. That got everybody fired up about how high, how much flame came out of the stacks of the mod turbos. And nowadays you look at that and you'd be,
That was in the early 2000s, probably. I'd
Was
say,
it?
yeah, probably.
They had roll cages on, didn't they?
Yeah, they had roll cages.
That would have been probably mid
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like right around between 05 to 08, probably.
Yeah, that got
I'll be
everybody
right back.
fired
I'll go
up.
find out.
Yeah, Scott had about a 2-foot flame coming out of the pipe, and of course that got everybody fired up, saying he didn't have any water, and he probably didn't. But nowadays you wouldn't even consider running stuff that hot. But
Yeah, I know. The only place growing up when I was young that you could see mod turbos around here was at Hughesville. And man, that one year, I used to always like Odin's Cicada tractor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And,
that was in that video. Cicada was in that video. Yep.
And the one year at Hughesville, Steve Beckley, I don't know if he just built his tractor or not, but he blew a turbo up about mid-track. You just weren't used to seeing tractors run that hard and blow stuff up like that. I mean, it's kind
And
of
now
common
you
now.
hate to say it, but blowing a charger is pretty
Yeah,
not common, but it happens frequently.
yeah.
Kendra, I'm still swiping. I don't see it. Okay, here we go. 3 weeks ago.
I said it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. What year was that?
My guess is 2006.
It was a class of like 17 or 18. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a big class. I remember watching that video too.
What year was it?
I don't know. I'm looking.
And that was before Vern had 4 in the class too.
Yeah, I think he probably only
yeah.
had 1 or 2 then.
Oh, shoot. I don't know. It's mid 2000s. I'd say 06 to 08, probably. That'd be my guess. It's got Trapper as the front picture, so or Travis Seaton, excuse me. I think everybody knows about Trapper. Yeah. Barely getting by John.
It was
Deere.
Travis Eaton.
Yeah, right.
It's like when
Yeah.
people say Jason Malott. Who's that? You mean Yankee?
Nobody knows Randy Devon by Randy Devon either. I won't tell you what they know him by. Ha! We call him the Feetmeister. That's what we
Say, speaking of the good old days, when's Randy's tractor going to get back out on the track?
I was going to ask that, but I didn't want to put him on the spot. So
That might be a sensitive subject.
oh, it's just a component chassis. Come on.
Say, they're legal now
Yes, they are. And PPL they are.
in PPL. One of the many, what do we want to call it? Sensitive subjects that have come out this.
It was sensitive. It was sensitive when it came out for super stocks, pro stocks. It was a very sensitive subject then. Roll cages were a sensitive subject. And I know there was a John Deere Super at the time that never came back out because the guy swore he never put a roll cage on his tractor. Super John. So they look funny without them now, just in my opinion. But
Now you
I
think, why
remember
would
that.
anybody climb on a tractor like that without a roll cage?
That's right. That's when they say that's when the men were men, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But safety. I don't have a pulling tractor, so I can't sit here and say, or even put up a fight component versus non-component in a class. But you tell me, guys, your pullers. What's easier to?
I think the light pro class was. I think that's why it was so popular is because it wasn't component yet.
Right.
It was your
Still had the
biggest.
Right.
Yeah, it was your biggest horsepower ag chassis class yet. And I don't know. You start going component chassis, then a lot of people start relating it to NASCAR and stuff. Like they're all the same. But
And I think you're going to lose pro stocks because of it. I think a
yeah,
lot of pro stocks that don't want
Yeah.
to have all the maintenance and the expenditure that a pro stock is now they can keep their frame and go back down to a light pro.
Yeah,
And
or that
just as
5-inch,
much fun.
or that
The 5-inch
5-inch
pro stock class. Yep.
Because then you don't even have to change your cubic inch limit.
Yep. Yeah, I think we'll see. I think doing that hurt the light pro and it hurt the pro stock class. But that's just my opinion.
I saw on Facebook Chris Kane blew his turbo up out there. And he said that was his plan was to go back to 5-inch pro stock class, but now it just got a little more expensive because he needs a whole new turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sport is not cheap, man.
Yeah. What did they say? Because they gave away a
wasn't that a
charger to the Super Farm class?
Yeah, an Apex.
Yeah, an Apex for that. And then Weimer gave a charger for the pro stock, and I think that was like a $30,000 or $35,000 value charger.
Yeah, I think they said it was like a $34,000 charger.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, holy moly! I'm like, I paid that for my Jeep. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, got to pay to play, I guess. But
yep.
Man.
And you know, like the crazy thing is that's something else going back to like what the fans need and want to know. Like fans want to know that. Like, you know, that's one of the main questions asked when fans come up to you is how much does this cost? And you're like, yeah, you don't want to know.
That's a loaded question too.
It is.
And don't ask while the wife is around either.
Right. Another thing is I've had a lot of people.
Where's it back there?
A lot of people approach me at pools when a big name puller breaks severely. Breaks. I mean, major rebuild time, you know. And they want to, like 1 or 2 weeks later, they want to know where the hell that person is. Why ain't they here pulling? Hello?
It wasn't a $200 fix.
And I can tell you the people that comes to me were there the night that those vehicle broke. They just magically expect a week or two later, oh, they're ready to go again. Sorry. Some guys can afford to do that. Okay. But
but it's especially hard here in the past 3 years also, like how the part availability has not been there at all.
Horrible.
So it's been harder here lately too.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a slight ease of that this year. I think people are starting to get caught up, but we'll see how long that lasts.
That's what it sounds like. But what was last summer? Tried to call out to Carl at Atlas. He didn't even have clutch discs. That he wasn't getting the powder for the clutch discs, and like he was waiting for months for clutch discs. And
yeah.
That's a pretty important part of the pulling tractor there, and something real simple that you wouldn't even think, but you couldn't even get clutch discs at all.
Wow. Maybe we're all in the wrong business this year. We're all in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Wow. We're at an hour. I'll leave it up to you all, whatever you want to talk about, or if you're finished or whatever. I'm just along for the ride tonight.
Is there anything else you guys have?
I guess I'll put a shameless plug in for the Union County West End Fair. Our summer pool is June. Let me pull up my calendar just so I have the right date.
The day before my birthday, 24th.
June 24th. Yeah, June 24th.
Happy birthday, because I won't remember. So happy birthday.
It's Kennedy's on a Saturday. So you should wish her happy birthday when she's here. She'll be the big three.
Oh boy.
But yeah, June 24th, we're having our summer pool at the Union County West End Fairgrounds. And we're going to be having a truck show that morning also, and kind of like kids activities. So it's kind of going to be an all day thing at the fairgrounds. So we're kind of hoping a lot of people will come out for that. We're going to really do a lot of advertising for that this year. So hopefully we can draw in a good crowd for that. But it'll be Snyder County points classes that we'd be running that night. It would be the hot stock, enhanced, light pro super farm, 2.6 pickups, gas pickups, and semis that night. So that'll be going on June 24th, probably 6 or 7 o'clock start time. I can't remember, but maybe you'll have me on closer to time there, JR. I can have the final details for that.
Absolutely.
Then, like we talked earlier, the Union County West End Fair, that's going to be the August 6th through the 12th. We got pulling activities all week long. Tuesday night, the 8th, is always our truck pull night. The 9th on Wednesday night, that's our antique tractors. Thursday night, the 10th, is interstates, mini rods, and 4x4
small block trucks.
Yeah, 4x4 small block trucks. Friday night, the 11th, is East Coast night. We're having, I know Super Stock Pro Stocks are there.
Diesel trucks are there.
Diesel trucks are there. Yep. Hot Farms.
Four-wheel drive.
Semis.
Four-wheel drive, yes.
And
Modified four-wheel drive and
gas.
Yeah,
And
gas
the enhanced Snyder County classes there also. And Saturday night, the 12th, is we're going to have the hot stock class, light pro super farm, interstate light limited, interstates mods, and interstates two-wheel drives. And we always run a 10 open that night also. So if guys stay from Friday night into Saturday night. So.
And then option for the Run What You Brung class.
Yes. Yep. That too.
Because it's my birthday weekend and we're spending it at the Union County West End Fair.
And ice cream will be involved.
Sorry, Beast of the East.
Yeah, a lot of dates are rocking on top of one another. Wow.
There is a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. It's good for the sport, but
it is
people
back
like
to
me, you need 5 people
2020.
working for you.
I'm
Yeah, I was
still
just
trying to
looking
talk Ty into
forward.
come to the fair also. Make sure Ty Super Shots is there.
Never heard of him.
Gotta put that out there. Just make him feel guilty about it.
I tried to get him on with us tonight, but he couldn't do it. So, yeah, I enjoy working with Ty. He's keeps me young.
Yeah, unfortunately, June 24th, we're at Delaware.
Yeah, we're in Delmar on the 24th. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I don't have to work there, I did last year. But, I mean, Mike can film that, and I could go north, but we'll see. I can't make any promises. I'll talk to your dad, DJ.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
He did everything but roll the red carpet out. He made the mistake of saying, "Whatever you need, JR." I said, "Be careful what you ask for." He said, "We'll get you the Primus RV parking spot." So
He did tell me that he talked to you about that for the week of the fair.
I assure you, and I told him, I said, if it works out, I'll come up for the week. So we'll see.
You can get lots of videos then. You can get some pedal pulling in.
There you
I don't have
go.
any pedal pull videos.
I think I did one time film them somewhere. I can't remember where though. I've filmed pedal pools before. I'll film anything. I don't care. Well, wait a
Pedal
minute.
pools is like our busiest night. There's hundreds of kids that come out for the pedal pools.
It's crazy.
Cool.
But that's the future.
That's a good night for Kendra.
We do it right on the pulling track, and kids love it. They always enjoy
I
that.
bet. Yeah, that's like big time for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Alan Ard from Ard's Farms in Lewisburg, he has some custom made tractors. They're stretched out and they look like pulling tractors, so that makes it even better for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get Mike Walker up here. He can pedal pull. He's picking on me in the chat. He called me another name, and I just got back at him. So, but I did it live. Shots fired. Okay. That's great, man. I think the new page will do well again. And I'm sure Ty would be more than happy to help you guys out too. And again, take all the videos you want. Make it
We
happen.
appreciate it.
And definitely
And
the
that-
history stuff. That's cool stuff. You know,
That's gonna be his
the
department.
historian
He knows
beside you.
history.
I bet. You grow up
But,
on it, you know.
That's the other thing. We want to work together with everybody. That's our main goal. I mean, we want to work with you, JR, and work with Ty. And we have a good relationship with both of you guys, and
Yep.
Also with Jess with her results too.
Yep.
That's just we just want to make sure everybody knows like we ain't trying to like compete with each other here. It's just
No.
what with tractor pulling it. Everybody's just one big family, and we kind of want to try to get that across also. Like the groups that we pull with. Everybody gets along really well, and we just want to kind of show that to the public also.
It's good. That is very good because there's plenty of room.
Yep.
So,
That's for sure.
yep. I've always barked that for years. And people come, you know, I've had, I can't remember years ago, people ask they come shoot photos or video. I don't care. I don't own sole
You don't
rights
own the
to
venue,
truck and tractor
yeah.
pulling media. You don't have to ask me. Just go do it. You know, who cares? That's my outlook. And if I come to your, you know, pulling your phone, I expect the same in return. You know, it's no big deal. That's the way I look at it. So.
And everybody has their own viewpoint to it too, so it's nice to get those different viewpoints to it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's sticklers out there don't want you nowhere near their event because they own it. That's fine. But it's not like that here, so no biggie. I'm sorry, I got a message there.
Anything else from you, gentlemen?
Selling tickets, baby. Selling tickets. Yeah, guys. Before they tear your house down, Matt.
I guess keep a lookout on our Outpass 300 page. We are going to be doing a ticket giveaway for the Keystone Nationals coming up, so we will be doing that, and we'll probably do some behind the scenes of getting ready for Keystones also. So
Cool.
Awesome.
keep posted.
Cool. That's a good idea. I know it's, you know, you get busy, get wrenching and stuff, but you get a chance to just set the cell phone up real quick or something, shoot some behind the scenes video. That's cool. You know, I know fans like to see that stuff. What's that?
Show you what not to do.
Yeah, the phone would have to be on mute. Put some background music to it.
Oh, no. No, you can edit that stuff out. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't tie you up any longer. We appreciate you coming on, and definitely have you back on closer to some of these event dates coming up. So,
We appreciate it.
you guys can plug the events, and hopefully both of you are in a points lead that time. So,
And we'll see you guys in 3 weeks.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so, so soon.
As Larry reminded us, 21 days.
21 days.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it, man. Blink of an eye. For sure. That's a long weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Kendra, anything else?
Nope. That's all I had
don't,
for
I don't know
tonight.
why I know better than that. All right. We appreciate you guys coming on, everybody. We'll be back next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Next couple of Wednesdays. The third one, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a live feed from up there, but it won't be anything like this. So
Live feed of the test hooks at Keystone.
probably. I didn't want to give that away, but yeah.
It'll depend on what time they are.
No, it's all good. It's in my thoughts. I'm thinking about doing that. So see how good the internet service is up there. Yeah. Yeah.
Internet.
If not, it'll be recorded and uploaded like I did this past year.
Mm.
I got back to the hotel room and took till like 2:30 in the morning. I finally got it all uploaded. The internet was horrible slow at the hotel. But I did post the test runs from last year that night later. So if I can't do it live, I'll do it that way again, I guess. So that's all I got for the night, and we'll see everybody next Wednesday. Again, thanks guys for coming on, and see you next Wednesday. I'm not ready to go yet, so you're going to have a delay here. So I never.
So he always says "see you later," and then he doesn't have the video ready.
I do that so she has an extra second to
Yeah.
say a sentence or two. See,
To do my
She's
princess
not done yet.
wave.
She says she's done, but she's not done. So. See.
See ya.